no. The construction yard is flooded. We better get to work. I've upgraded. I've got 3 generators now. But I also have 4 whole pumps. Because I think we're going to need them. So, let's go and find what we've got to do. Because I don't know where we need to start. But I've been told that we need to find the drains. Oh, wait. Oh. That looks like a bit of deep water to me. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I do not like deep water whatsoever. Are these drains? No, they're not. Check this out. It's coming in from every angle. Oh, wait, look. Right there. There's a drain. There's a drain. Oh, wait. Do we really... Okay, guys. I don't know how I feel about this. We have to pick up the dirt and place it away. Oh, gosh. Devs, you make a great game. But I don't know about that. Is there another drain here, maybe? Yes, there is. Huh. I just found that by chance. Check that out. So let's just move the dirt out the way for the time being. I'm just going to place it over here. I don't think we need to, like, completely remove it from the area. Like, I think placing it in a corner will be fine. I hope. Hopefully the devs haven't completely destroyed us and all the tasks that we've got to do. But I think that might be okay for now. Oh, look. We got a little bridge. Wait. How? Oh, my gosh. No. Where's the out? Nope. That is way too deep. Oh, another drain. Okay, let's just put this mud right beside the toilet. If you guys are enjoying the DrainSim series, please do go ahead and drop a like. Let's just pick up absolutely everything. And just so it has like a free flowing, you know, route. And, you know, sometimes you get a full shovel and sometimes you don't. Wait, that's probably not a great idea because that's going to stop the water flow, isn't it? Let's just pick that back up and chuck that all over there. Right, there we go. Oh, look. Aha! Check that. We just found a storm drain. So there are storm drains here. You know, pick up as much of this as we can. Clear it out entirely. I think I'd need to commit to just moving it here in the corner. Now, we've cleared all of that. That storm drain is freely flowing. Based off of the fact that there's one storm drain in this whole place right here. Like, I mean, there has to be at least 3, right? We do probably just want to be pumping it out now because we have a storm drain very, very local. Oh, gosh, more deep water. I just put that there. That's fairly deep. So I'm kind of hoping that that's going to be enough. But can I get this pipe all the way down to here? Like, I mean, yeah, we can. That is going to drain that. Like, I mean, that's a big ask of one pump. But we got 3 generators. So we're just going to leave that there. Oh, yeah, of course. Of course. We've got another one. What is going on? Oh, but we do have another storm drain. So let's get to emptying this. I did read in the update notes something about putting the mud in a bucket. So I'm hoping that because we can put the mud in the bucket, we could also build barriers with said buckets to divert the water. So let's take a bucket. And you know what? I'm actually just going to take a barrier as well. Now we have the bucket. Let's just go ahead and dig all of this out. Okay, so my bucket is now full, but can I place... Aha, yes, we can. So it's kind of imperative that you have on you a bucket and you basically dig the channel out and then you build a wall with the bucket of dirt like so. You build that up. Build that up. Okay, devs, I kind of like this now. I take back everything I said. Absolutely everything. So now, you know, we're just able to just continuously dig that. And then we just go over here. And then we just build a little bit of a wall. Like so. Now I don't know if I want to be diverting this entire thing that way. You know, I probably do, actually. Let's take some of this back because we're not gonna need that. Got a nice, lovely channel there. Let's just dig this out. I don't know if I need to dig this out or if I can just go like, you know, just build it like that. And then I could just... Oh, man, we are onto something here. We are absolutely onto something here. So if we just build this up and this down, we can actually do like them both at the same time. So if we just... you know, do something like that. Come back to here. Dig this. And as we're digging, we're replacing. And it's, you know, we're doing a double whammy at the same time. So that's now full. And then if we come back and we put some more mud there and there and there. And then we just slowly but surely divert everything in a completely different direction. Oh, man. We are onto something here. Okay, we're making great progress. All of this water's coming down here. Most of it is coming this way, but some of it is still escaping that way. So I do think that, you know, if I take some of this dirt right here, I take that from there, put it like so, just like that, and then we just start building a wall this way and then diverting some of this water this way to stop the, you know, stop the flow over there being so concentrated in that one area. Now I'm going to go and check how well this here. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Like, I mean, that has pumped a lot of water. I'm not going to lie. I did not expect it to have done that well. Let's go check this one over here. Okay, so it appears that this one over here is still pretty flooded. Because I'm going to try and, like, block, basically, like so. Like so. And I'm just going to try and basically keep the water going directly down rather than spreading. I don't know if that's correct. But that's what we're going to try. Oh, another storm drain. Okay. No, I wish I'd found that a minute ago. Oh, 10 minutes ago. I'm going to dump all the mud here. If we need it in a minute, we can use it in a minute. It's not a problem. But let's just dig out all of that. Okay, so I'm guessing the next thing is to pump this. Oh, look. Wait, what's that in the water? Aha! It's another drain. Okay, so this is good. This is good. So let's take this and let's, you know, put this as deep as we can. So we're going to put it there. Take this up. Put it straight down this. Straight down there. Then we're going to put a generator and we're going to connect that, turn that on. And now we're going to pump the water out. Is that pumping? It is now. So that's pumping that. So it appears that there is going to be some more of those storm drains lying around. Now this here, I'm guessing we probably want to divert that way. Where was that other drain that we found? Was it in the middle? Let's go and get 2 barriers. This first one I'm a little worried about. I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Oh, is that a drain? Oh, we found a drain. Ha ha! I was going back to get some barriers and I stumbled across this drain. That is absolutely amazing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to block this up to stop that water level just continuously filling up. And then I'm going to get the barriers and I'm going to take them back. We're really going to hope and pray that this can hold the water here. Now we've blocked that off in a hope that all of this water coming down here is just going to go down here. And then I think I'm either going to run one of our barriers across here or I'm just going to dig and put dirt there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I think I need to stop this one first because all of this water is flowing in and going into the big thing down there. Even though we're currently filling that up with this, I just think that that's what we've got to do. So if I just continue going like this, I'm just going to come across like that. In fact, I could actually go at a more aggressive angle like so. So we've successfully diverted this water and that water straight down to that drain, which I believe is now stopping this area continuing to flood, But on the other side, I think we just have to do a better job at diverting this water, because like this just goes down to here and it just kind of looks like it gets stuck amongst all of this debris. We probably want to start like maybe building a barrier like this just to keep that water going in that one direction. Let's dig this straight down here to better manage that flow of water going into like, I think it going into a concentrated area is probably better than it just being like free flowing, like kind of wherever it wants to. I think just getting it down here and into said drain is actually the plan in which we want to be making. So let's just do that. I'm also wondering, is it better to just dig dirt over the top of this and let it funnel down? I don't know if that's a better way of doing it as well. Oh, there's a drain right here. What an idiot. How did I not realize that there was a drain right there? Right, well, so what I'm going to do in this case then is if we just build a line like that. I was going to divert this whole water from here all the way down there. I did not realize that there was a drain so close. Aha. So this section here is going pretty good. Now, I wonder if there's a drain in here that we can get rid of all of this stuff, unless we have to go to another storm drain. Let's pick this up. Right, we've moved the pump from over there to down there. We are going to hope... Oh, that's my belly go funny. We're going to hope that that is going to give us what we need. But I'll be honest with you. I'm expecting there to be a drain somewhere in here. But after a while, I'm not too sure how we're going to get the water. Ooh, we're going to have to wait and see. I also have one more idea. I have another pump at the minute that's spare, because I don't really know what to do with it just right yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place it. Where's the pump? Here we go. Right. So I'm going to place it down there. So now we have both pumps pumping out this. I don't think, though, it's going particularly well, because it looks like most of the water's going backwards. So let's just build, you know, something around it like that. Put a tiny bit like that. And let's do the same with this one and do the same with that one. Now we're stopping the water going backwards. I think that's a very good thing to do. It looks like that might be working quite well. It is going down there and filling up that, but I don't think there's much more that we can do at the minute. This pit right here is actually almost emptied. So I'm just going to do the final bit. Let's connect that up to there. Let's connect that down to there. Okay, let's pump the final bit of water out. It looks like that we might, you know, just have to make a... Wait, why is that falling back in? Okay. It's falling back in because the water is not going in the right direction. Oh dear, what have I done here? Let me just rebuild that back up there. No, I just don't need the water. Oh, look at this though. We're probably gonna have to take a little bit out of there, like so. Okay, that looks like that can flow freely now. So that's doing that. I'm just gonna, you know, fill this in with some dirt to get that water moving. I don't think we need... Oh, look at this. Oh gosh. Let's dig this out a second. I think it's gonna be the quickest way possible for us. And then let's just like backfill it like that, I guess. Just to get that water moving forward. I think that's probably the smartest thing to do. Right here, right now. Dig this out down there. Okay, like, I mean, that looks like that's going to flow nicely down there. There we go. The west excavation pit has been tackled. I didn't think that we were going to drain this much water, but we have. So we're going to pick our trusty pump up, and it's time to move it to another location. Where that location is, I'm currently not entirely sure, because like I really need to get this drain here unblocked. And I'll be honest with you, like, I'm kind of counterintuitively doing this because that pump is pumping into there while that pump's pumping out. It's just not working. I have a plan. My plan is, because we moved this water that direction, my plan is to put the pump, you know, somewhere in here. Like, maybe there? If we can put that into there. Now, can this hose pipe here stretch? No, it cannot. Okay, then I know what I've got to do. I've got to do it on the far side where that storm drain is. Why have I not been doing that? I totally forgot about this storm drain. And the reason we haven't been draining our water level, you know, as quickly as we'd hoped is purely because we haven't been putting it down this storm drain. And that is a big oof. So we're going to put that into there. We're going to put this generator here and we're going to connect them up. And what we're going to do at the same time as doing that is we're going to go and move our other generators over here and our other pumps. So in we go. I'm actually going to put this one down like as far as I can, pretty much. I'm going to put that one down there. That one into there. And we have 2 pumps pumping. I'm going to take this generator because I have 1 more pump. And I'm going to pump this out over here into that storm drain. This is the drain right here that we actually need to get to. So I'm going to put this pump a little lower down. Because if we don't, we're just going to have to move it. And then we'll fire that into there. And there we have it. 2 pumps pumping. Now, can I dig this yet? I cannot. Something I've just seen here is I could probably just divert this little channel of water just back down into this one. So I'm actually going to try and do that now. Because I think the water flowing faster would be better than it going slower. I think. So I'm just going to build that up like so. And then just cut that into there like so. And then that way, we're just kind of giving up that whole, you know, that side channel there, flowing it all down into one point. And I think that might be better for results. Now I'm thinking if I just block this up here, so that's flowing beautifully down there. I think I probably just want to block this up like so. And then I think I want to block that up. I think this is all going to assist us in flowing the water more concentrated directly to where it needs to go. Because it's sort of holding here and then going there. And then I don't know if I want to block, you know, something like that. I think it might be time to get the vacuum and start vacuuming these little pools of water. Now we're just going to clean up this crane A because it's pretty much almost done. If we just walk around and just vacuum everything up, you know, my favorite tool in the game. And there we go. It is all done. So we're just going to make sure that we have a full vacuum of water. Now I'm just going to throw it in here because it is just a vacuum of water. And I'm going to go and check and see if the area over... Okay, so this area is actually classed as done. So that's amazing. Absolutely amazing there. Let's just go and check if we can yet dig out the drain over here. You know, I don't think we're ready to yet. Oh, we're close, but we're not quite there yet. Another couple of minutes on that, and then we'll be good to go. There is still some water, though, flowing in. I've just seen that. You check it out right here. Water is flowing over here somewhere. We put that like so. That might actually stop that. Let's just vacuum this up because it's here. Let me just take some of this dirt and, you know, just make sure there's no water flowing in again. Starting to see something there. That could be the sign of a drain. Aha, wait, there was another drain over the other side. So let's go and see if that drain is ready to be dug. Is that drain ready? Oh, it's close, but it's not yet. It is not just yet. But look, it looks like that we're going to get maybe a secondary pit there. We might have to bring over the pump and pump that pit into that pit. Maybe. We'll see. Ah, we might be able to dig the drain out now. Can we? Yes, we can. Ha ha. Okay. So the good news is is that now that we can dig that out, we can now put the pumps actually lower down to pump back up into this. And what I think I'm actually going to do is I'm going to let this all drain. Is if I just let whatever's draining right now drain down there. And then I'm actually going to build like a dam around there and then let that water pump back up into that. I think that's the way that we're going to do this. I just got to let it get all the way down to a certain level. And then I can start doing that. I'm going to go and see though, if there's any more drains. That's not a drain. I thought that might have been a drain. Aha, there's another drain right in front of us. Aha. Okay. So there is a drain down here, but that's a very, very deep drain. Like, that's very deep. And I'm not sure what we're going to do for that. Interesting. Because this is like still 70% full. And there's supposedly still loads of water rushing in right there. Why? Why is that rushing in? I literally have no idea. Let's just go and take a look at where that's rushing in. Okay, so it's falling back there. So basically, from the middle of that green container all the way around. So from like here, I'm just going to build like a tiny little mud wall. Like, then again, I probably want it falling in there, don't I? Because how else is it going to drain? Yeah, I guess I want it falling in there. In fact, no, we do want to block this off. Yeah, we do. Because all of that is going down and then falling. Yeah, we do want to block this off. Wow. Like, I mean, again, we've been going counterintuitive. Oh, gosh, what have I been doing? So let's, if we just block all of that off like that, and then I guess I just pick this back up. Because if we don't do that, where else is it going to go? But what I can do now is I can start to vacuum this out, because we're going to need to. Okay, now I'm going to see if I can just throw that. If I just throw it that way, would that better disperse it? I think so. Tiny bit overflows there. So let's just rebuild that up. You know, that slight little bit higher. I don't necessarily know. Okay, so now as you can see that whole area there is basically like not draining anything anymore. So what I'm going to do, it's going to take me probably a couple of minutes, actually, to build basically a makeshift dam. Like, if I just go... Aha, wait. Before I do that, let's just empty out all of that. Okay. I actually feel better just using the mud, if I'm honest. But I think if I just pick that up... If I pick that up for now... And then I'm going to put them, like, deep down here. There's the deepest section here right now. Let's go to there. And then this one, I'm actually going to try and go a little deeper. Put that one down there. Then run the cable. Is that going to work? Oh, it's just too short. No way. Don't try this at home. I'm balancing my generator right there. Do not try this at home. Now, what I need to do really quickly before we waste a load of time. Oh, no. I've dropped my shovel. I've dropped my shovel. And I don't know where it is. Oh, it's right there. Oh, my gosh. That could have been end of the road. That right there could have been over for us. We could have had to restart. Now we're going to build our makeshift dam right here. And I hope that can just hold the water. And we can just continue pumping it out and it doesn't go back in. Let's just build it up that tiny bit more. That looks like it's doing a good job. Let's go and check the other pit and see if we can dig the drains out yet. Let's have a look at this one then. Aha, we can see the generators. We can see the drain down there. And let's see if my hunch is correct, where we're going to have a secondary pit over here. I think I'm going to be correct. Yep, I am. And if you would look at that, right? There is a drain right there. But of course, it's DrainSim. Let's just build this up right here. Separate those pits. Okay. Foundation pit B is good to go. That is classed as empty. Amazing. Let's just dig that out. Let that water flow down. Let's push all of that water out there. And there we go. That is that pit completed. And now we are in to pit A. I don't know how long this one's going to take. This is a big old pit. And we got to get to this drain right here. So the pumps are still going good. So that's amazing. I just don't know when. I don't know even if the pipes are going to stretch that far. Now, I've had to move the pumps deeper because they're just not picking up any water. But the pipes only come out to right here. So I'm thinking that I'm going to need to build something in order to allow me to put the water down the storm drain. Now, again, I don't know if this is going to work or not. It's merely just going to be some trial and error. But I'm guessing that I'm going to need to build this up somewhat higher. Let's plug the first pump in and let's see what can happen. There we go. That's pump number 1 on. And it's absolutely raining it down. Look, did you see that? Oh, no. We have to make, like, an internal waterfall. Is that doing any better? Wait. Like, I mean, a little bit, it is. Like, it's definitely better. It definitely is, but it's just falling out down there. Look, so let me... Oh, wait. And you know what else I can do is I can just dig that out to there and let that flow that way. We're going to leave that. And if I just, like, rebuild up like so. Now that looks and sounds a lot better. Let's plug this one in to that one. Okay, now that is pumping. And soon we're going to be able to use the shovel in the storm drain and get rid of that. Let's go and check the other pit. The water level's definitely going down. Can I dig this? Oh, wait, I might be able to. Oh, wait, can we? Are we doing it? Wait. I think we are. Yep, there we go. Okay, that's good. That's good. We are draining. We are draining in DrainSim. Wait, I have to empty out my thing. Let's get rid of all of that. And let's dig again. Oh, yes! We're nearly home. We are nearly home. This has been a long old job. Now, I'm going to let that drain because that's what it does. And I'm actually going to take the generator because they're... Did I pick up the other pump? I did not. Okay. You know what? I don't need these barriers, so let me take that. Now, I think that there's probably going to be some smaller pools of water that we are probably going to need to pump like this. Yep, we are indeed. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it at the deepest point. And then I'm going to run that into there. Because that's all we're going to need to do with this. And I'm going to put the generator down again. Do not put generators near water. And we'll pump that out of there. Let's go and check. So pit A and pit B are the only two that are needing our attention right now. That is definitely pumping, right? Yes, it is. Okay, that's doing that. I'm going to take this generator because I think the other pit still needs some work. Here we go. So if I can now dig this out. I mean, that drained so fast in the end. Didn't it? I mean, at one point it was like full up. Not doing a thing. And now it's completely emptied. So let's just completely drain that out. Get rid of all of that. Just leave that like so. Now I'm prob's gonna need to pump that out, but let me just go and check this other pit. Oh, wait, that one's done. The water level overall. No, this one's done as well. So it's just the crane, I would imagine, right? No, it's actually A and B. North Foundation A and B. So that's the other one. There we go. Okay, it's nearly done. It's nearly done. It's like falling in and out of being done and not being done. So I'm thinking that what we're going to do is we are going to get this down. We're going to pump that into there. We're going to pump that out and down here. That will be good. Let's just dig this out and make this into like one big pool of water there. So I can move the pump into that section. Let's build that up so that doesn't come back. And then if we dig this little section out right here, again, we're just making it all into one. Making it all into one section. Once this section here is done, there we go. That's pretty much done. We can move this and this. Pump that down there. Because then this is all gonna go down here. And I hope then... Aha, okay, so we have to do some digging. That's all gonna flow. We can put all this dirt here for the time being. We don't need that. And I guess we just dig this out. Like so. How's this looking? That's all going to flow nicely. All of that's going to flow nicely. And then I think just slowly pack this out. Just to get it to drain a bit better. There we go. Now the only thing left to do is to go back to crane B. And I guess just vacuum up whatever's here. We can just vacuum up all of this. I'm thinking that we are gonna be done. And there we have it. That is the construction site unflooded.